Hey everybody, welcome back to Kill by Daylight. It was a mere, what, 2-3 weeks ago, we had the official release of the FNAF chapter, the biggest, most successful chapter launch of all time, and now we sit here, like I said, a mere 2-3 weeks later, with another massive chapter on the horizon. Like, oh, it's a half chapter, it's only 2 survivors. Who gives a darn? This is pretty freaking huge, and I gotta be honest, I only know one person in this photo. I know this guy. That's Andrew Lincoln, actor that was in that one romance movie where he like holds up cue cards professing his love to, I think it was his housemaid. That was weird, Andrew Lincoln. And I saw that clip and went, hey, I pulled the DiCaprio and went, hey, that's Rick Grimes. I know him. How do I say this? I have not kept up with The Walking Dead since, oh god, season 2? Okay, let me explain. Let me explain my history with The Walking Dead, okay? The Walking Dead got announced, oh, Jesus Christ, it was like 15 years ago. Oh, time's a construct. I was like in my early 20s. Just coming into my early 20s. Oh shit. Oh no, honey. Uh-oh. Existential dread. What's that feel like? This? Oh, cool. So, got announced. First hit AMC way back when. Watched that first season as it aired. And I hold that first season in high regards. I think that is the best, most complete from start to finish, perfect first season of a show of all time. I could probably throw in like the first season of Breaking Bad was amazing as well. AMC at that time was like home run after home run. I'd probably put the first season of The Last of Us up there as well, but like I think number one is The Walking Dead. Just a perfect show starting season. Amazing. Season 2 happened. Watched it every week. Like, this is great. When the fuck are we leaving the barn though? And then I fell off because we never left Herschel's. So that's my knowledge of The Walking Dead. I can pinpoint the last episode I saw. It was the one that ended with Shane, you're a half measure, Rick, right? Pun kill chan, Punisher. John Bernthal shaving his head because if I remember correctly, he killed the one guy. Like they went out for pharmaceuticals. This is all from memory. I haven't rewatched the show. I should probably rewatch the show because, again, that first season, holy shit balls, amazing. They went out for pharmaceuticals because Coral was shot and recovering in Herschel's, and like Shane was like, "You're a half measure, 1 shot, 2 shot, penny and dime." Like killed the one dude. And then he shaved his head. And that's the last thing I remember. That is the last thing that I actually saw, because I dropped out because I was like, this goddamn barn. Let's... The Herschel's farm. Like, okay, can we get out of here? That's the last thing. So I don't know who... oh god, let's hope I don't butcher the name of Michonne? I don't know if that's correct. I don't know. Please correct me if it is not. So... I know that boy. I know Rick Grimes. I know him. I'm not familiar with her game. I know she has a katana. I know she does that and she's a badass. That's about it. That's all I know. So, I'm excited for this chapter because it's another massive license deal that we have that has been in, like, people have been fervent? Is that a word? It is now. Have been ravenous, we could say ravenous, because zombies have been ravenous for The Walking Dead to come into the fog. I think as long as like FNAF has been wanted in the fog as well. Like as long as I have been in this community, it's been like, we want FNAF, we want The Walking Dead. And now both are actually in, and like the last big one left is Jason. So, ooh, Kote, if you could pull a Jason out of the hat, that'd be really cool. This is the PTB 9.1.0 patch notes, if you couldn't tell already. It was a weird romantic movie, right? I didn't see it. I just, like, know the clip where, like, oh, and he's holding up cue cards. Anyway, Oh, I've already took a gander at this, and I can tell you I went, why? That's pretty cool. Why? Oh god, why? That's pretty cool. Oh shit, why is that a thing? It's not good in my opinion. This is not good. Let's go through it. Rick Grimes, I shit you not, Carl! Remember the Rick Grimes dad jokes? Remember those memes? Oh, take me back to that time. Oh, when it wasn't feeling apocalyptic all the goddamn time. Apocalyptic ingenuity. After unlocking or rummaging through 2 chests, I'm glad we're going back to this dog shit type of perk. Oh, that's the tip of the iceberg. You do the ability button for 8 seconds next to a broken pallet to build a fragile pallet. I think that is actually very, very cool. You see the auras of broken pallets within 32 meters. Fragile pallets are destroyed after being dropped, so they're like the anniversary event pallets. Like, you build a pallet and you drop it, and then it just breaks instantly. I don't know how I feel about doing that, because we'll get down, when we get further down, like adding like event stuff, like event exclusive things as like part of the base game. I'm not 100% sold on. I do like this last part of it, of like, oh, you do a thing and then for the next 8 seconds, or you press the button for 8 seconds and then you build a pallet. That's okay. I read it. I was reading it weirdly. It's fine. For 8 seconds, and you rebuild the pallet. It's fragile. Okay. This is dumb. Like, you literally have to make a build around this. You can't just do like, all right, you do a thing and then press the button for 8 seconds next to a pallet to build a fragile one. I don't like that type of thing because you're already at a disadvantage if you're rummaging through chests, because you're not doing a generator at that point. You're not helping the team escape. It's dog water. It's not good because of that, in my opinion. The build a pallet? Sure. That's great. When we get down to, they buff the Yui perk where you just lift up a pallet again. So, like, we're really going through... Oh, this update looks like it's gonna be hell for killers. Come and get me! After unhooking a survivor, while crouched and idle, press the ability button to make injured and dying survivors within 24 meters leave no scratch marks or pools of blood for 15 seconds. You scream and see the aura of the killer for 5 seconds. Okay. That's pretty neat. I would rather just run Babysitter, the Steve perk, where they gain endurance, and I believe they also leave no scratch marks. And you also see the killer's aura. I would rather much run the Steve perk than this, but it's not a terrible perk by any means. Toughen up. Teamwork toughen up. Sorry, forgot the first part of that. It's another one of... no. I don't know why it's a teamwork perk, because I see teamwork and I'm like, oh, it's the twin, not the twins, but the twins, the Skull Merchant twins, I don't remember the name. Renato and Lyra? Was that her name? Woo! Or is Lyra their last name? I don't know. There's too many characters in this goddamn game. There's more characters in this game than an average Final Fantasy game. But I see like teamwork, and I think of those ass perks. They're not good because nobody knows if you're running them or not. It's like, teammates stick next to me for like within 6 meters, so we get speed boost, and like that never works. Toughen up. When another survivor pallet sends or blinds the killer while you are injured and within 24 meters, a lot of prereqs, your grunts of pain, scratch marks, and pool of blood are reduced by 100% for 30 seconds. Not terrible, but it's very similar. I believe somebody brings up in the comments of this thread that it's very similar to the Yunjin perk, where like if you're injured and somebody gets hit with a basic attack, this stuff just happens. You could run both and guarantee you get an effect, but not a lot of stuff that's gonna help you survive, Rick. Your half measure. Let's go on to Michonne. Conviction after you have healed one survivor. Like it's gotta specify 111. When you fully healed a survivor while downed at least 25% recovery, press the ability 2 button, it's the second button now, to recover instantly. You are broken and then downed after 30 seconds. You had me in the first half when I read it the first time. I was like, what the fuck? This is just the anti-slug thing you're testing in like the next Chaos Shuffle. And I was like, oh, after 30 seconds you're down. So I don't know how this perk is supposed to work in a positive manner? I just don't know. Like, you're down, you recover at least 25%, which good luck. If we're really doing those, like, those changes in Chaos Shuffle, make it to, like, base game, you're gonna be insta-picked up every single time, so this perk's gonna be fucking dead. But you recover instantly. Like, alright, you're broken. Okay. That's fine. But then you are down 30 seconds later. I don't understand how this perk is supposed to be helpful. I really don't. What, they down you? Your friend lures the killer away, you're at 25%. Pick yourself up, haul your ass to, like, another part of the map, and then you get down and then they can pick you up? There's, like, so much going on with this perk, I do not know how it's going to be useful. Last stand, after spending 60 minutes in the killer... 60 minutes, holy shit, that's a Skull Merchant game, shit. 60 seconds in the killer's terrarius while not being chased. I'm glad we're going back to these style of perks instead of the rummage through things style perks. Give me more pebbles, man. Give me more pebble type perks. That's all I'm asking. When you fast vault, stun the killer for 3 seconds if they're within 2.5 meters. And I took that personally. Why you say fuck on me for? Because if you watch my videos, it happens so frequently that I'll be like, I swing, going for that swing, and like I whiff, and they get the vault off perfectly, and I whiff the swing. So now I'm going to be penalized for my being bad. Oh, that's how it's supposed to work. Shit. Huh. I think this is just a hilarious perk that you will maybe get value out of 1 out of 100, but that one will be hilarious. You'll just fast vault, they'll go for a swing, whiff, and go, oh, for 3 seconds. And then the perk is disabled for the rest of the trial, so you get the shit post once, and then you're dead. Oh, I think it's a hilarious perk. I don't know. You have to first get it to be active by sitting in a tower radius while not in chase for 60 seconds. You have to then be in a chase, fast vault. Oh, maybe you don't have to be in a chase. Huh. Okay, so the scenario is killer downs your friend next to a vault, as is commonplace. You then wait for them to pick up. While they're carrying your friend, you fast vault. They get stunned, they drop friend? Is that a new way to pallet save, maybe? Like ye old head-on plays? Maybe this could be like the new head-on that you can only use once per trial? But okay. I don't know, this is far more useful than this. That's all I'm saying. Teamwork throwdown. When you pallet stun or blind the killer, other ninjas fire within 24 meters gain endurance, and they see the killer's aura for 10 seconds. Yeah, it's teamwork for a reason because it's supposed to work with that. This is fine up until the aura reading. 10 seconds is a lot, plus the Belmont perk. Like, increases it by like 2 seconds. 12 seconds of aura reading on the killer fucks over most killers. Like, instantly. Like, immediate repercussions, because you go, oh. Like, yeah, I get it's only within 24 meters, but still, you're in 24 meters, you're on that range. You see their aura, you go, oh, they're going that way, I can just run over this way, self-care, whatever. This update's gonna be hell for killers, man. I'll tell you what, Rick. I'm not excited to play killer during this time. So this is neat, except for the first part. This is okay. I'd rather run babysitter because the endurance effect, but whatever. This is garbage, I think. That's just me. This I'm confused. Don't know what it does or how it's supposed to work. This is hilarious. And this one, the aura needs to be, I think, removed. I think the endurance is fine. I think if you successfully get a flashlight save, that counts as blinding the killer. That person who was just on the shoulder gains endurance for 10 seconds. I think that's a perfect way to do that. That's just me, though. I don't think the aura reveal needs to be that egregious, at least. I think it could be like a 4 or 5 second reveal, maybe 6 seconds at cap. But I don't think 10 seconds is fair. Is a word I'll say for Dead by Daylight. Oh, fair is not a word I associate with Dead by Daylight. Killer updates. Oh, you massacred one of my boys. That's fun. Pyramid Head, you didn't give him his cake back, and you didn't give him that buff that you were gonna give to him, but you didn't because like Ots and like 2 other streamers were like, eh, and then you were like, we have to listen to the 3 and not the 100. Yeah, that's how that worked. No hate towards Ots or the streamers, but oh, you could have given my boy something cool, but you didn't. Instead, you've increased the punishment of the dam's range to 10 meters. It was 8. That is basically, I believe, Wax Doll. Yeah, Wax Doll was like 12.5. God damn, it was that high. Shit. Truck Shepherd outside my house. Hell yeah. They increased the range by 2 meters. The maximum duration of Rites of Judgment to 10 seconds. It was 5. I believe that is when you're drawing your phallic shapes in the ground, because that's all you use it for, because it's ass. They increased the rights that penis can stay in the trial for 90 seconds. It was 75 seconds, so that's pretty cool. They decreased your movement speed to 4.2. It was 4.4. Not that big of a hit, but okay. I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to stop you from, like, zoning constantly. Okay. That's fine. You move, still faster than Nurse, so that's fine. The inputs, this is the weird thing on some of these, like, inputs for Rites of Judgment, Punishment, and sending a survivor to the cage can now be held, starting the action as soon as it becomes available. That is something I have to get hands-on with to test. To see how it is. Survivors now get hook state type of things. When they're rescued from the cage, they get haste and endurance for 10 seconds. So just like when you unhook somebody, now that applies to cage survivors. Now let hook perks apply to cages, not scourge hooks, or you could count cages as scourge hooks because they are just as difficult to get. Because you have to inflict somebody with, well, they have to step in the lasagna and then you have to down them and then you can put them in the cage. It's kind of a process. But if you rescue somebody from a cage, you get 2,000 blood points instead of 550. Pretty cool. Oh my god, look at all of this shit they did to my boys' things. Look at all these things that say reworks. I'm not gonna go over them because there's so many. Do you see all this? Holy shit. There's one that they give him, yeah, they give him the long, slender dingus. They increase the range by 25% but decrease its width. And then they give him the chode option as well, where it decreases the range by 25%, but gives it a girthy one. And it increases its width by 25%. I just like, okay. Increase the Rites of Judgment's recharge rate by 10%. I think that's gonna be really good. Because you need Rites of Judgment to do your punishment thing. That's pretty cool. Increase maximum, who cares? Decrease the cooldown. I think that's also going to be very good as well. This one probably as well. They're giving him some interesting ones. I'll say that much, right? I'll say that they're giving him way more diversity. I'm not gonna say these are on the level of Springtrap in terms of like, oh my god, there are so many wacky things, but it kind of is. Like, now reveals the auras of survivors within 3 meters for 6 seconds upon missing a ranged attack. That's pretty cool. Now grants undetectable while using Rites of Judgment. That's not great, but at least it's different. Yeah, now, like, Obsidian Goblet now allows Punishment of the Damned to destroy pallets and breakable walls at the cost of 20% increased cooldown. At least that's unique and different. It's not just increased range, even though I like those style of add-ons. Like, I love the way Wraith's perk or add-ons work, because it's like, this does this, the brown one does this, the now blue one does this, but the same thing, but slightly better, and the purple one does it the best, right? Like, you have Bone Clapper, and then you have Coxcomb Clapper, which do similar things, but the bigger one does the betterer. So, I dig what they're doing here. I like this. I approve of this. Like, I gotta see it all in game, because just a wall of text hurts my face. Hurts my face, Rick. Makes my head hurt. That's Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the clown. Look how they massacred my boy. Because they didn't know. They have absolutely no goddamn clue at how the clown plays. I'm convinced, and a lot of people are as well. Because they put out the thing, I can't even like click on it because like the way this forum setup sucks. Absolutely ass. Like this being like aligned like this, justified like this, is terrible. But basically they said, they want to give you a reason to use the piss bottles, so they like buff them slightly, but also nerf the purple drank. So you're more incentivized to use the piss bottles? It's like, why? People use the purple bottles more than the yellow bottles because, not because it's like, oh my god, the slowdown is amazing. It's because they are less mediocre than the yellow one. You could have just buffed the yellow ones, I would still never use them, because fuck, that's a bad way to do this. Like, you should have come up with a more creative way than, oh, this guy slows survivors, this one speeds everybody up. That's dumb. That was dumb. I've been saying that for 2 fucking years now. Signed, a clown main. We are a dying few, the last of a dying breed. Increase the haste effect by 12%. Was 10, woo. Increase the spread, which means the bigger area. Decrease the time it takes for the gas clouds to activate to 1 second. It was 2. I think I've said this specific thing out loud. I don't remember when it was, or if, I'm pretty sure it was in a video. But I said, like, if you want to buff him in any way, the Afterpiece Antidote cloud should activate almost instantaneously instead of throwing it down, waiting for it to activate, and then you can get the use out of it. So this is actually good. The shit with the hindered effect is bad. Like, decrease the hinder effect of Afterpiece Tonic to 12% was 15. That's a pretty big hit. That's 3% that you're not slowed. So now you're going to get to that pallet. You're going to get to that vault. Granted, it's not going to be a fast vault. It'll be a medium vault at best. But you're still going to be able to get to it. Whereas before, I would be able to hit you and probably down you because, duh, that's how that works. And now they reduced the effect linger time of the tonic cloud by 1 second. Now it only lasts 1 extra second when you're out of it. Dumb. You guys literally create a character, you have no clue on how to, oh my god, this is how Pixel and like the other two, I could have said Skull Merch, I could have said Twins, I could have said a bunch of, this is how the night players feel now, isn't it? You just don't know how the fuck to balance Clown. You guys posted a dumb thing, people said it's dumb, and you kind of like doubled down on it. Oh, fuck, man. Well, if this is good, increase movement speed while reloading, that was a pain in the ass, and decrease the time it takes to reload to 2.5, it was 3. These are 2 really good ones. I like these changes. This change is great, so is this one. This one, not necessary. Fuck, this one shouldn't make it to live. Or, boom, or you want to be like that guy and be like, fuck your purple drank? Fine, whatever. Take my lean away. Whatever, Rick, your half measure. Fine. You want to do that. Don't touch Flask of Bleach. Because you're nerfing it, because now it increases the hindered penalty from intoxication by 2%. It was 4. Okay, you want to be like, you see like people use Flask of Bleach a lot. That's what I'm assuming. So you're like, alright, we'll drop the Afterpiece Tonic down to compensate for that. But no, you're hitting both. Now if I run Flask of Bleach, it's only up to 14% and not the 15 that it was. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like, obviously, smelling in your shoes, they had to... It's a lot of, like, wrangling in things now that they've made some of it base kit and said, fuck the tonic for some reason. The one thing they did do is the VHS porn is reworked and now increases the size and spread of the tonic cloud by 10%. Not the antidote cloud, but the purple gas now spreads out faster and is also 10% bigger. So that's a good change. Everything else, ass. That involves the tonic. Should not make it to live. Pig! Pig got buffs? Yeah, they even made that joke. Like, oh my god, we buffed Pig. Yeah, alright, they're cool. Like, movement speed while ambushing is increased by like 0.2 meters, if my math is correct. Crouch movement speed is increased by 0.2 meters. Okay. Time it takes to crouch and uncrouch drop down by 0.2 seconds. It's minor increases, but pretty good. This is what boggles my mind. Increase the rate of which the terror radius fades when crouching to 0.33 was 0.25. What do those numbers mean to me? Nothing, because I don't know what that means. You know what you could have done is increase the rate at which the terror radius fades when crouching to immediate. Because outclassed by Ghostface, who can just turn on his undetectable. Why can't the pig? That's a little weird. Same thing, inputs can be held, and then a bunch of objective things, blood points, now increases crouched movement speed by 5%, it was 10%, that's John's medical file. Last will now increases ambush speed by 3, it was 6, and increases the time to charge ambush by 10, it was 33, because they made some of that base kit. Workshop Grace no longer decreases missed attack cooldown, but was 10%. So that one loses that effect. Okay. Knight got fucked, apparently. I don't know, I don't play him. But I've been seeing videos of people like, oh my god, it sucks. Max patrol path length increased to 38, it was 32, that seems pretty good. Path creation speed to 15 meters a second, was 13.8, such a weird one. Path acceleration by 2%, two times, so it's double the speed. Strafe speed while creating a patrol is now 100%, it was 25. Okay, increase the standard spawn time of the Carnifex to 8 seconds, so now that spawns... oh, I see where people are saying, oh, they're fucked. I see. Okay. Woof. Increase the standard spawn time of the Carnifex to 8 seconds. It was 5, so now that takes longer to spawn. And they decreased the standard spawn time of the Assassin to 4 seconds. It was 5, not too big. But they decreased the spawn time of the Jailer to 4 seconds. It was 10. That's a little insane. I think you could just, like, decrease the duration of the Jailer. Because if... God, my Knight knowledge is not great, because, again, don't play him. The Jailer tracks the longest. The Assassin is the shortest, and I think Carnifex is just, like, the middle of it, right? You could just, like, decrease the time the Jailer, like, stalks for. You could have done that for that, like, decreased it for the Assassin by a little bit, and then increased it for the Carnifex to make everything level. But no, just fucking kill off killers that you don't know how to work. That's fine. Call to arms now, increase patrol length by 4 meters, was 10, and path creation speed by 7, it was 16. Leone, increase the Demon Strike turn rate limit during the open phase of the attack to 540 degrees. That was disabled, so they're just turning it back on. Cool. Fucking fuck the clown, fuck the knight. Everything else looks decent, I guess. Dope. Now here's something I really hate. The Fog Vial. They added a smoke bomb. Because we're just Rainbow Six Siege at this point. We have a smoke bomb, we have a flashbang. Just give... I don't know, give the next survivor, if it's like Jurassic World, like give Chris Pratt a gun. Who gives a fuck at this point? You should have given Legion the gun, that was the meme, right? The Fog Vial, you know that the most annoying thing in the... Oh god, is the Halloween event? Yeah, it's the Halloween event. You know, survivors can throw smoke bombs and go, where are they? Oh, that's what this event is. And no killer wanted to play the event? Well, that's base game now! Fucking great idea, guys. The Fog Vial releases a cloud of fog, suppressing scratch marks and auras and decreasing visibility and audible sounds within its radius, and it recharges over time! Fantastic. One charge, opacity at 33%, and 10 meter radius. But it comes in variants because it's an item. The Apprentice's Fog Vial, it's common. Reaches the max size after 2 seconds, lasts 8 seconds, 70-second recharge. Artisan is the uncommon, reaches max size after 1.5, lasts 10 seconds, 65-second recharge. And Vigo, mention of Vigo again. First time in a very long time, I feel like. It's the rare one, reaches the max size after 1.2, lasts 12 seconds, and 60-second recharge. Fun. Oh, not fun. God, my words are confused. It's fine, Rick. Add-ons decrease the recharge time by 5 seconds. That's not too bad. At most, you're taking it down to 55 seconds. That's not too bad. That's a common one. Whatever. Decrease the fog cloud expansion time by 1 second at that range in this economy? Sheesh. 1 second off of that is almost instantaneous, I would assume. Increase the fog lifetime by 2 seconds. That would be 14 seconds at most. That's a very long time. Increase the fog cloud's max size by 2 meters. It's what? 12 meters? That's not really a big one. Why is that a very rare? I would change the rarity of that with this. Swap those around, because this one decrease the expansion time by 1 second. Again, 1.2 seconds for the rare one. That's the one people are gonna be bringing along. Why would you do that? And then potent extract, the visceral one, the iridescent, I'm assuming. Decreases visibility and sound within the fog cloud because fuck killers. We don't want killers playing this time around. Sure, I didn't read this key rework. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a goddamn about the key? Key is useless. It's got charges now. Consume 1 charge to reveal auras within the range. Oh, so we made the add-ons base kit. That's what you're saying. Yeah, once fully channeled, you consume 1 charge to reveal aura of survivors within your range for a set duration. When near a locked chest, use the ability button to quickly open it. Uncommon key or higher. It consumes a charge, guarantees an item of rare rarity or higher. Unlocking a chest with a key and reveal its aura in yellow to other survivors. 1 other survivor can rummage through the unlocked chest once. Guarantees an item of rare rarity or higher while performing the rummage action. Rummaging survivors' auras appear to the key holder. You go, that fucking Rick Grimes over there stealing my loot. While near a closed hatch, press the item button to unlock it. Consumes a charge. It is no longer destroyed upon survivor completing an interaction. Escaping trial. That's the only good part about this. Bunch of stuff. Reveal the aura of survivors within 48 meters for 8 seconds. It has 6 charges. The dull key is reveal a bigger radius for longer and unlocks chest and hatch, 5 charges. And then the skeleton key, the rare one, reveals aura for more time and more distance, unlocks the thing, 6 charges. Cool. Then a bunch of things doing the same things. Cool. Map rework, channel, consumes 1 charge, reveal aura, windows and pallets in a duration, in a range for a set duration. Revealing auras, press the ability button to create a beam of light at your location. Generated within 32 meters of the beam of light are revealed to all survivors. That's actually pretty fucking cool. The beam is only visible and audible to survivors only. So this is pretty cool. That beam that used to be just a meme thing and like a shitpost is now like actually useful. Dope. These all do the same things that the key stuff did. Bigger range, more duration, more charges. The event map now causes pools of blood to spawn beneath while revealing auras. Oh, so you can self-sabotage. That's fun. Or maybe that's a shitpost. I don't know. More add-ons. We retired some stuff. Guess what? None of this matters because the flashlight and the medkit and the toolbox are infinitely better. Sorry. Daryl. I was like, what is Norman Reedus' character's name? Daryl. He's got a skin. That's pretty dope. Where's John Bernthal's Shane? I need Sam Bridges and the Punisher, Frank Castle, to be in the game as other characters, obviously. Or what was his character? What he was? Norman Reedus was in Blade 2. What was his character? That guy. That guy is in the game now. That's cool. We did things. We've done things with perks that are pretty okay. Insidious now activates after 1 second instead of 2. Hilarious, I guess. Hubris, the duration of the exposed effect is now 30 seconds. It was 20, so now you can get more value out of being stunned by a pallet. Yeah, that's how that still works. Decrease the cooldown of Dragon's Grip by 10 seconds to 30. It was 40. Pretty cool. Scourge Hook, Hangman's Trick, one of the worst reworks of a perk you've done. Aura reading range is now 16 meters. It was 12. So I'm assuming anybody within 16 meters of a hook now have their aura revealed. Okay. Overwhelming Presence got a rework. Yeah. When a survivor starts using an item within 32 meters of you, they gain Exhausted for 15 seconds. When a survivor within 32 meters gains the Exhausted effect, you see the closest exhausted survivor for 4 seconds. It has a 25-second cooldown. Okay. That's my reaction. Alright, cool, dope, wonderful. Why? I mean, this is gonna be great for stealth killers, right? You injure somebody, as like Ghostface or Pig, and you're crouching and they're within 32 meters of you using an item, they're exhausted now, and you see them for 4 seconds, so you know where they are. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. Would I use that over anything else? No. And finally, we are here to mourn the loss of Franklin's demise. They fucking took it out back and beat it with a sledgehammer. They increased the aura reading range to 64 meters, was 32 across the board. I believe this is for the only aura reading the perk gives, and that's the survivor who dropped the item. And the no longer causes dropped items to lose charges over time, so what the fuck is the point? I think that's what this patch could be called. Walking Dead, and what the fuck was the point of this? I just don't understand these changes. We're coming off, like, the biggest chapter in the history of the game to this point in the 9 years that it's been alive. And we're, what are we doing here, boys? What are we doing here, boys and girls? What? Like, oh, we're riding high off the success of the FNAF chapter and the money we're rolling in. We can fuck around and find out with the clown mains. Yeah, we could just add like the most annoying thing from the Halloween event. The smoke bomb and like, yeah, sure. Oh, why? Okay, sneezing fit later. We are back with survivor perks. We're almost at the end. Allergies. You can like calm your bippies for like 3 or 5, 10,000 minutes. It's fine. Potential energy. No longer requires a minimum time spent repairing to activate it. Was 8 seconds on a gen consecutively before you can actually use your perk. Bad. That felt bad. They decreased the amount of repair required to earn a token to 1%. It was 1.5%. So overall, probably not going to be used. You're not directly repairing a generator, so it's not really a useful perk. Just run, I don't know, Prove Thyself, or one of the other dozen, like, gen repair perks that should not exist, but do. Maybe people will use it because now you can just use it. You don't have to, like, spend 8 seconds repairing a gen to use it. So maybe it gets used. I don't know. Any means necessary. Decrease the time it takes to raise a pallet to 3 seconds. It was 4 seconds. Probably run this with the new Rick perk to create a fragile pallet, because anytime I see somebody using this perk and start to lift up a pallet, I break that. And I know I will see somebody doing this, go no, kick it, break it, and then forget about it, and then like 5-10 minutes later come back to that same spot, go, oh, there's no pallet here. Swing, bonk on the head with a fragile pallet. Go, oh, I forgot it. Damn it. I could see that happening so very often. So, not a bad change. People run it as a meme. It'll probably still be used. There's no real way you can make it not a meme. So, it is what it is. Better together, the aura of the generator you are repairing no longer has a range limit, and they increased the duration of survivor aura reading to 30 seconds. It was 10. Oh my god, that's amazing. I think. I don't know. Better together? You want me to remember what, in a sea of useless perks, what a useless perk does? That's not gonna happen. Sorry. Better together? Is that the Jane perk? Or is that some other weird-ass perk that reveals the aura to survivors? I don't know. This is a lot. This is huge. 20 seconds? 20-second increase to the duration? That's pretty big. I gotta remember what the fuck it does, though. Still sight. I know what this one does. This is the meme perk, where you sit still and you leave an illusion, right? That's the Bard perk. Now it activates after 2 seconds instead of 4 seconds. Dope. Meme perk. Okay. Built to last. I love this perk, and it got buffed. Decreased the time spent in a locker to 8 seconds. It was 12 seconds. 12 seconds was very long, because you're just sitting in a locker going, I hope a bro doesn't spawn above my head. It feels like I'm going AFK, because you are. You're in a locker for 12 seconds waiting for it to tick over, so your item is not fully charged up, but mostly charged up. Now it's only 8 seconds, and you get back out there doing a gen. Like, I use it in a lot of builds, specifically gen rush builds, when like the challenge is like, complete 10,000 generators. Like, alright, fine. I run this, and the old Streetwise, we'll get to that in a moment, to have like unlimited charges, basically, jump in a locker for 12 seconds, and my toolbox is now fully repaired. Work on a generator, ad nauseum, rinse and repeat. Now it's 8 seconds? That's pretty huge. That's a lot of time off. 4 seconds? That's huge. Appraisal. The reason those terrible perks that require you to rummage or open chests is Laura goddamn Croft. The tokens have been increased to 4, it was 3. And now, oh my god, holy shit balls. Each chest can now be rummaged twice? You can't see my face, but I'm giving that, really? That Justin Timberlake, really face? Dog shit. Dog shit perks, man. Dog shit perks. Lore-wise, fine for Laura, but she came with a broken one that you can actually use in a chase and be useful. This one ain't it. Streetwise, oh dear god, why? The first time you deplete an item with charges, so the key or the map, see the killer or the smoke bomb, I guess. So this is gonna be used in a bully squad with smoke bomb, guaranteed. Anytime you deplete an item with charges, you see the killer's aura for 8 seconds. Items with charges retrieved from chests have 80% charges. The old Streetwise was fine. Wasn't hurting nobody. Why change it? Why change it? Like, it's for the same reason you had to change Deja Vu so that maps no longer track revealed generators. Same thing with Detective's Hunch, which got a giga buff of doubling its duration, the aura reading duration, which is pretty cool. Why? This and the clown stuff should not make live servers. Just that and the night stuff, at least the jailer stuff, should not make live servers. But it will, and it'll be a shitty time until they go, oh fuck, we fucked up. Let's change it back. I'm not excited for this patch. I'm not excited for this patch. Hooks, they actually did listen to the community. When only 2 survivors remain, letting 2 struggle skill checks pass without any input will immediately skip to the sacrifice sequence. I called this out as being one of the many problems with the Go Next initiative that they're doing. Saying like, if there's 2 survivors left and I'm on second hook, or I'll be on second hook state, I want my teammate to get the hatch. Well, now you couldn't before because there was no letting skill checks fail. Like, it just wouldn't let you do it, or whatever, how it worked. So now that this happens, you can let your teammate get the hatch, or they can let you get the hatch if they're only on 1 hook state. That's good. This is good. Although it doesn't say you have to be on your second hook stage. So maybe if you get hooked the first time, you could just let this happen? That's, I'm sure there's gonna be testing on that. Presets. This one is a huge double thumbs up. Dope. Players have access to a new preset system. Number of loadout presets and cosmetic presets are increased to 7. That's huge. They can use a drop down to choose one of the ones they want to use, and they can be renamed. Bro, this is great. Loadout and cosmetic presets remain separated, which is fine, because whatever. But increase both cosmetic and loadout presets to 7, and they can be renamed. Oh, bro, that's so good. That's huge. Great. Custom game spectator mode. Cool. I guess it's cool. Gameplay area expansion, something they got into a bit of a bind today, and just, like, talking about it wrong. More spaces to chase survivors or loop the killer, a small reference to a narrative universe where the dead roam the world, has been added. So this is going, I don't know if it's on every map, but you can now get a variation of the maps that include a special area that looks like it is the hospital from the first episode where Rick leaves the hospital, right? He gets shot. Are these spoilers? Again, we had existential crisis, like, fuck, almost 50 minutes ago. But, like, are these spoilers for a 15-year-old pilot episode? I don't know. But Rick gets shot, he's in the hospital, wakes up to the apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse happening, and he comes across the infamous Don't Dead Open Inside door. If you know, you know, and you're probably rolling your eyes because I brought up a bad meme. But it looks like it's that. It's the hospital corridor where you have that don't dead open inside door, and it looks like it, you can get a little bit of a jump scare. It looks like a cool reference. I don't know how the tile is gonna play. That's like, again, we have to get hands-on with that type of stuff. But it's a little cool thing. They did, like, they made it seem like we were getting a new map, and when I first saw, like, the post, like, oh shit, we're getting a new map? And everybody kind of jumped the gun, like, oh my god, new map, Fallen Refuge, let's go! No, it is just a part of a map, and they did confirm that you do not need to be playing as, Michonne, I don't know if I'm saying that right still, or Rick. You do not have to be playing as one of those characters, or the legendary cosmetic for Daryl, or if they get the license for, or the rights to, like, John Bernthal's character being Shane, or Michael Rutger? The fuck? Yondu from fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, him being Daryl's brother, super evil in a specific way, brother. Right, if they get, like, you know, these big name, like, actors to be reprise their role in this game for, like, I'm assuming voice line. I'm hoping Daryl has voice lines. I'm hoping Norman Reedus got in the goddamn booth. I'm hoping if we do get a Shane one, goddamn John Berthal, Pun Pun Killchan, Frank Castle gets in the booth and talks Punisher lines. Right? I hope that happens. But you don't have to be playing as those specific characters. It could just happen in the game, which is cool. Bug fixes. I would say this is not a bug fix. This is pretty fucking big. Survivor bots are now less predictable and more prone to errors while looping. My biggest problem with the bots is that they have wall hacks, and they will... If you want to get really good at the game, play it. If you want to, like, struggle bug your way through that process, play the custom matches against bots. If you can successfully down a bot at a, like, LT wall or a jungle gym, you should be paid billions of dollars to start the eSport Federation for this game, because it is impossible. Garbage. But now they're a bit worse at it? Great. They're now less predictable and more prone to errors. Great. And now they remain on generators longer when the killer approaches without having been seen. Great for stealth killers. And that. Oh, we incorrectly fixed the incorrect percentage shown on the description for a night thing? Fuck, too bad he's dead now. Damn, dude. There's nothing else here, which is weird. Because also the big thing they announced yesterday, if I can find it. Yeah, they released their developer update yesterday as a hint towards this one. It's very weird how they do this now. There's like, here's a little taste of what's coming along. Quality of life updates and preset improvements. Keyboard and mouse on console. That's pretty freaking huge. Dead. Alive and well, seemingly. But dead and fucking 17 feet in the dirt. So keyboard and mouse on console. I will try to figure a way how to, with my current setup, how it is. You cannot see it. It's a fucking mess. Not really, but like, I'm using my mouse to do the video. Oh, yeah. So I gotta figure a way how to connect some shit to the Xbox, and I will definitely, absolutely, try the keyboard and mouse on console. I'm incredibly like down to try that. 7 presets, look at that shit. Look how many Dwights you can have now. Oh, fuck. You're a Prestige 4 Dwight, and you only have the basic bitch cosmetics? For shame. But it's Dwight mode. 12th mode. Oh, no. Oh, I love this. I love that this is happening. That's so cool. Yeah, keyboard and mouse on consoles. Mouse and keyboard support for the following consoles: PS4, PS5, Xbone, and Xbox Series XS. I love that they had to be like, please note, this is not available on PTB as it's only playable on Steam. You're already playing on mouse and keyboard on a PC. Quite self-explanatory. We extended full mouse and keyboard support to a number of console platforms so that players have more choice in how they approach gameplay. Somebody asked the question, I didn't see if it was answered, but the question was, can console players, if they're using mouse and keyboard, interact with endgame chat? Because that won't be a terrible fucking idea at all. Yep. And then these are little tastes of what they did. I saw this, I was like, decrease the unhindered effect. They have no idea what they're doing. When it comes to the clown's power, his purple bottles see much more use than his yellow ones across skill levels. To better incentivize their use, we're giving the yellow bottles a quicker activation, greater speed boost, and wider effective range, coupled with some base speed increases. To compensate, they say that like they're doing us a fucking favor. Purple bottles have received a slight nerf, requiring a little more throw control to get their full value. I thought, you read this like, oh, to require a little more throw control, like, oh, they'll reduce the area of effect of the purple bottle, so you kind of gotta hit the survivor and not just like fucking airball it and hope they get into the large area of effect. No, they're just fucking you over. Dope. Dumb. The standards for the 2 chase focus guards will spawn quicker to help give survivors a little more counterplay during double team scenarios when they tend to be their strongest. You guys don't understand how the fuck to play your killers. You absolutely don't. Yes, we know. We buffed Pig. Much needed, but, you know, here we are. We buffed some perks of boasted lower pick rates and adjusted certain perks that affect items so they're compatible with recent changes. You broke Franklin's. You murdered it. You murdered Clown, the Knight, and Franklin's demise all in one swoop. Thanks, Rick. That'll do it. That'll do it for this. I'm not excited for this update. Like, yeah, hell yeah, Walking Dead's in. One of the biggest horror franchises in modern history. Excellent. Like, we got FNAF, and that within, like, this is coming out, the 29th? They said in the patch notes that are here. It is releasing, oh fuck, July 29th? That's not too far away. That's 20 days from when I'm recording this, so you can tell when it is. This just dropped today, the 8th. So there's that. 3 weeks. Within the span of 5-6 weeks, 2 of the biggest horror franchises in the modern hit era are in Dead by Daylight. That's fucking huge, man. That is gigantic. With potentially big bonker reveals for like November, which I will have a video talking about on the, you know, the new series. Let's talk about that, going over my picks. So stay tuned for that. But like, I'm excited for Rick finally being in the game. Michonne, no idea. I just know she's a badass. Like I said, the perks aren't the best. Pyramid Head stuff looks really cool. Clown stuff, not so much. Pig, great. Knight, no. Oni, alright, they just did that. Cool. Fog Vial is gonna be a fucking hassle. That's not gonna be good. The key, who gives a fuck about the key in the map? You use a med kit, a flashlight, or a toolbox. That's literally it. Some perk updates. They murdered Franklin's, and they murdered Streetwise just for shits and giggles. Oh no, it's not because shits and giggles, but they added items that have charges now instead of durations. So we had to do something. Did you guys really? No, you didn't. I'm not excited for this one. I'm not excited for this to hit live servers unless they're like, hey, all right, we're not doing the clown stuff, we're not doing the night stuff. We're gonna tone down the smoke bomb. Like, all right, fine. I don't know. We got 3 weeks. A lot can change in 3 weeks. So, yeah, apparently you cannot play as Michonne on the PTB, but her 3 perks are available. So, also, their voice lines are not in the game. Known issues. Voiceover lines are unavailable. Boy, howdy. Yeah. I like also, the retired key and map add-ons. They're like, these add-ons can no longer be equipped. Will remain visible in each survivor's respective inventories. Bitch, give me a fucking blood point bonus. Remove that shit and give me more blood points. Like, I'm not one of those people like, I like to have all the discontinued stuff. Nah, man. If it's from, like, the beta of the game, fine. Who cares about, like, seeing that shit? I don't. Just give me blood points in trade. That's all I ask. For now, though, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed what you witnessed, if you're excited for them, these two, The Walking Dead as a whole, Hook the like button, more subscribe button, bing bong that bell, and until next time, I will see you in the fog. Good luck.